Welcome back, man. We back with another one. Don't waste your time, your potential, your value of your life. You feel me? Don't waste your time, your potential, your value of your life, man. You know, if you know, you know. Y'all need me to break it down? Do you need me to break it down, man? Don't do it, man. You got too much potential to be wasting your life, man. And what I mean by that is it's so much you can achieve you really like if you really wake up, man, and you start realizing it and focusing on yourself. Like for me, for instance, man, what I do is I like to, especially the older I get as time go on, um I feel like the more discipline I get to doing things, the more critical I am on managing my time and doing what I need to do with my day. It be important because if I'm not being productive, like I work I work at least like what you work like work take 8 hours out of my day. So once I'm off of work, it's like, all right, then I stream, and stream. I only stream for about like 30 minutes a day every night. I stream for 30 minutes. Then I work out. I do my workouts in the morning. So I work out. I get ready for work. I go to work. Then I stream. And on my free time, sometimes I try to be looking up ways to do things. Ways on financial literacy, investing. So I think like, as long as you actually give an effort to trying to achieve and accomplish something in life, then that's what it's about at the end of the day. Like I said, it's about focusing on yourself, man. You really gotta focus and lock in with you, because and that's all I say, and that's what majority I'm a preacher is: positivity and focusing on yourself, because you always have a choice, you always have a decision in life, but it's like you have to want it. Shout out to the viewers joining, man. If you new, make sure you hit that sub and that like button for me. Make sure you hit that sub and that like button. I appreciate the love and support. Don't waste your time, your potential, your value of your life. Stay focused, stay positive, man. Keep grinding, do what you need to do in order to be successful. Never quit, never give up, man. But yeah, though, man, it's important to stay positive and focus on yourself, man. You really gotta understand, and you really gotta see what you want out of life, man. You feel me? You gotta plan for yourself at the end of the day. But I always say stay focused and stay positive, because you always want to have good energy for yourself, in your world, in your spirit, in your realm, you don't want to be putting you don't want to be having other energy, other distractions, other temptations when you trying to focus on what you trying to get to in life. Because it's so easy to indulge into BS, to indulge into temptation and distractions. But at the end of the day, you don't know how much is costing your mental. You don't know how much it's costing your peace. You don't know how much it's costing your energy. You feel me? It could be costing you a lot. And it's more, and it costs more than, like, not even just the money aspect. Like, it's your energy. Like, it could be very draining. So it's like you really gotta discipline yourself to stay away from certain things that's not really helping you in life, or that's not really elevating you or evolving. You feel me? That has nothing to do with evolving. You gotta stay away from those type of things, because it's like it's just gonna drag you down. It's just gonna slow down what you really trying to do in life, man. It's gonna delay your success. Sadly, you feel me? And sometimes you gotta realize what it is, and be aware of what's slowing you down. And sometimes it could be something you really love. It could be a friendship, it could be a family, It could be an addiction. It could be a habit. It could be, it could be a lot of things that could slow you down in life, um, especially habits. I feel like habits be the most crucial, one of the most crucial things that slow people down, because once you get in the habit, once you get in the order of doing something a certain way every day, it becomes like, how can I say, um it's like original to you, like, because you so used to it and you so stuck in it, and when you comfortable, that's another thing. You get too comfortable, and it won't get good. It's not gonna get better for you if you get too comfortable. Sometimes when you get comfortable, it's cool. Like, it's cool once you get into something, you comfortable at it. I Now it's time to move to the next thing. That's the type of mentality you should have. Just because I get comfortable at something, that don't mean I need to stay here. I gotta go on to the next challenge. I gotta go on to the next task. I gotta try the next risk. I got to take the next risk. I can't stay here forever, because if I stay here forever, my mind won't expand. My conscience won't expand. I won't grow and elevate to be something, at a greater calling than what I am now. A lot of people is fine and okay with, being comfortable. But at the end of the day, you want to try something new. You want to take a risk. You want to jump on a new idea, you know, like, it's like I say, especially in today's time and now in the world, you wanna you wanna really try new things and take new risks in life, man. Don't settle. Do not settle, man. Especially if you trying to be great and you trying to create a life that you would love for yourself, man. You can't settle. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep grinding, keep learning. Trying to figure it out. Every day. I think that's the thing too. Every day you just really be trying to figure out. You be trying to see what you what you gonna do, how you gonna do it, making mistakes, because experience, it's just gonna teach you, man. It's just gonna teach you and help you out. You might not know the answers. You might not know what you want to do for real. But if you experience it and try it, then at least you will be learning something. When you apply something, you gonna get some type of information, some type of knowledge from it. And you can choose, like, is this something I really want to do? Because it's like I say, it's a learning process, man. It's about me trying and me figuring it out, so I know what's for me and I know what's not for me. But if you don't never try for real, then it's like you will never know. And it's important to just, keep going and figuring it out, and putting the work in every day. Putting the work in every day, man. And that's what I'm on now. I'm working on, like, every day showing up for myself, even when I don't feel like it, even, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what I'm thinking, I have to show up for myself every day, and I got to make it happen. I can't make no excuses. I can't expect things to just be handed to me so easily. I got to pave a way for myself. I got to create the life that I want. And it takes discipline. It takes consistency. It takes doing it when you tired, doing it when you don't feel at all, man. That's when it really matters, because, man, it's not an easy task to keep putting the work in, and even on days where you may be pissed off, or you don't feel like getting up, you want to stay in the bed because you feel like you worked so much. Man, them be the days you really don't feel like it, man. Them be the days that matter for real. But you always gotta have, like, in the back of your mind, that I'ma show up and be consistent. I'm going to show up and put the work in no matter what I feel like. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's not about, sometimes, to everybody, it's not about talent always. It's about the character, man. It's about your character. Cause somebody with talent, just because they got talent, that don't mean everything. Talent is not everything. You know, it's more so about your character. It's about your aura. It's about your energy. You know, it's about all of that, man. All of it. You feel me? Who you are as a person, because I choose somebody with character before I'd make a choice to choose somebody with talent. You know, I'm not going. I'm not just going up and pick somebody just because they so good at something. Because your talent, your talent can only take you so far. You know, it's about are you willing to. Sometimes it's about vulnerability too, because man, talent just not gonna do it alone. You know, if you can't really tell the truth, if you can't really express the truth, then it's like, you know, it's like you can get, it can get boring. You know, it can be like, all right, well, I can see you. Nobody's going to feel that because you're not being vulnerable. You're not telling the truth. You're not expressing the truth. You know, so it's gonna get old. It's gonna get played out. That's why I say it's important for don't just simply go off of talent and you know, off of talent and skill. You know, well, you need your skill to do things, but definitely choose character, man. Always make the choice your character, man, your integrity, you know, your accountability, things that really mean something, things that really hold weight. You know, are you really showing up for you and your family? You know, excuse me, y'all. But are you really showing up for you and your family? To be, you know, for you, your kid, your wife, whatever it is, man, your mom, your sister, your brother, your nieces, your nephews. That's what it's about, man. You gotta have that type of thinking, that thought process in your head. Oh, am I really showing up? Am I really putting work in? You know, am I really grinding? Could I be doing more? You know, shout out to the viewers joining, man. If you new, make sure you hit that sub and that like button. What's up? What's up? Shout out Cara. What's up, Cara? How you feeling? If you new, man, make sure you hit that sub and that like button for me, man. Make sure you smash that sub and that like button. Don't waste your time, your potential, your value of your life. You know? Don't do it, man. Stay focused, keep grinding, do what you need to do in order to be successful. Never quit, never give up on yourself, man. You could do it as long as you believe in yourself. Appreciate you. Shout out Cara for the sub and the like. I appreciate you, Cara. Any new viewers joining, man, make sure you hit that sub and that like button for me. Make sure you smash that sub and that like button. No problem, man. I appreciate you for joining, Cara, and showing love. Any new viewers joining, like I said, hit that sub and that like button for me, man. Smash that sub and that like button. But yeah, back to the topic though, man. You gotta stay focused. You gotta keep grinding. You gotta show up. Like y'all, like on my streams don't be like 1,000 people. My stream, I probably get probably 4, 5, 10 people. You know, every 5 minutes. You know, and sometimes it be 0 people. So it be most of the time where it's like I'm just talking to me. You know, even though people gonna eventually end up seeing the lives and stuff, but that's what I mean by like when you don't see results, because that's when it really matter. It don't really matter about when you, cause if I was to get the results early and get a lot of popularity, a lot of views, a lot of likes, a lot of, I probably would mistreat it, So it's really all about your way of thinking, man. It's all about your perspective too, the way you look at things in life, because I had to learn that too. Like, I had to look at things in a different lens. Like, I was always, sometimes I'd be negative, sometimes I'd be down, sometimes I don't want to deal with certain things. I had to change my mindset. I had to change my mentality. I had to change my perspective. I change a lot, man. I had to work on a lot within me, and that's with eating. That's with as a man, how can I say it? Like, eating, food, lust, what else? Pride, ego, being vulnerable. Like, I really had to really work on everything to really shape me, and to really help my mindset, my mentality, to really, help my life, help me elevate. I feel like all of those things is important as a man. Your habits, what you do every day, what's your routine, what's your order, why are you living, what's your purpose. I feel like all of that be important in life, man. And as a man, you gotta know that. You gotta know that self-discipline is important. You can't always be a fool for lust. You can't always be a fool, in pride and none of that stuff, man. Sometimes it's cool, it's good to be vulnerable and tell the truth and express the truth, because 9 times out of 10 somebody else gonna feel and somebody gonna know that that's the real you. It's not always. Now, I'm not saying like you gotta say everything and anything, but the truth, ain't nothing wrong with expressing the truth and telling the truth, on how you feel, what you going through, whatever it is, man. That's it's life, man. You gotta make sure your habits is good, every day, man. That be important, man. Your habits are your life for real, what you do every day, how you do it, how you look at things, from a lens, from a perspective of yours. Like, you could be looking at it like you could choose. You got a choice. You got a choice to pick chaos, and you got a choice to pick peace. You have a choice on what you want to be around, what the environment you want to be in, all of that stuff, man. And most importantly, what's inside of you. On the inside, are you choosing peace on the inside, or are you choosing chaos? But hey, it take time though. You gotta learn, and you still ain't. Even though I be speaking like I be trying to speak be perfect, and that's where everybody. So do for yourself in life, get up and figure it out and try, man. Try every day. Don't settle for nothing, you know. Uh, do not settle for nothing, man. Don't be so quick to be okay with something, always, because I feel like that's a part of growing is a part of evolving. You should always want to try to get to something new, figure something out new, learn something new, adjust, pivot, go on to the next thing. Don't sit and just procrastinate and be, stuck in one thing, in one spot. You know, you do not want to do that. That will drive you crazy. Pivot, move on to the next, try a new risk, jump on a new idea, do something, make something else, have multiple ideas, multiple things, that you got going on in your life. You feel me? Cause that's the key, man. The key is, and then it's like you sticking to it. You sticking to the multiple ideas that you have, so it can build and grow into something. It's just like, when you plant the seed, you water it, give it sunlight, you water it, give it sunlight, water, give it sunlight. But make sure you planting multiple seeds, and don't stay stuck in one. You feel me? Watching, you planted one, and now it's like, and then you got to take care of it. Most of the time, some people plant the seed and then watch it, but don't take care of it. You know, that's how a lot of times, like, people like plant the seed and then just I end up I'm on the right move, on and on, on and on. Yeah, man. They say slow motion better than no motion. So don't be mad. And comparison is the thief of joy, man. Just because you're doing something and it's taking time, as long as you got motion going, man, and keep doing research and data and looking at the science behind what you're doing to figure out how you gonna make it work, then man, run your own race. Don't be comparing your life to nobody. Don't be comparing what you got going on to nothing else because it's yours. And that's the only thing that matters is your purpose and you focusing on yourself and you being patient with what you're doing and learning the science, the data, the analytics, the proof, the evidence behind what you trying to be successful at life and going to get it. That's all that matter. Don't Anything else, man, take your time, be patient, and go after what you trying to get. You can do it as long as you believe in it and put the work in. Simple. As long as you put the work in and you believe in what you trying to do, that's all that matter. Ain't nobody, can't nobody stop what's in you. It's not what's on you, it's what's in you. At all times, that's how it always is, man. It don't matter what you wearing. It don't matter. It don't matter what you. Well, no, I was to say what you eating, but it do matter what you eating. You get the gist of what I'm trying to say, man. Focus on yourself. It's in you, not on you. Simple. It's always in you. That's that.